What's up, guys? This is Tank Game Nature Boy, and today we are going to learn how to spot passively on highway. Now, keep in mind, we are at a mid-tier. We're in a tier 6. Chaffee plays up to 9. The lobby is favorable for us, although we kind of do, for damage reasons, want to kind of wish for a tier down lobby. But we're in a 7, so we're going to make the most of it. Now, keep in mind, in some of these locations, guys, I'm firing. Now, if you were in a tier 10 lobby, you know, in a different light, let's say you're doing a 1390, 1375, what have you, it's going to be a totally different ballgame. Now, there's a few different ways you can do this. As you can see there, I was kind of heading to the bridge. You guys have seen me do that before. That's a perfect place to kind of light things up. This is an excellent location here, shared by a good friend of mine, Loading Heat, that he loves. There's this thick hedgerow here. You can pretty much spot everything. And here we are, just putting this gentleman right here to the sword, right off the get-go. We're getting some good assist damage. And this gentleman right here is not long for this world, and that's fine, because, you know, if you remove these guys off the board early, that's just less damage they can cause overall. Now, obviously, if you're in a higher tier match where the spotting is just insane, you don't want to be firing. You just want to be completely passive. I mean, granted, we're in a bush, we are considered passive, but at the same time we are actively firing. So it's a little bit of contradiction in terms, but at the same time, this is passive. Active would be me driving around, bumping ridges, so on and so forth. I'm going to do a whole series on active. And I'd like to go ahead and put it out here. I had a lot of guys say, you know, boy, we really like the new video series of the scouting and everything. I always thought active scouting was YOLOing. I was like, no, it is not. But anyway, we're going to get into that a little bit later, so just don't worry. Also, since we have a little pause here in the gameplay, we're going to be getting the Q&A done at some point, as well as the interviews are going to be happening. I've interviewed, I've messaged some fellas, and we're going to get that going on fairly soon. Okay, so moving on. I just got detected. Not crazy about that. And as you can see here, guys, I'm falling back, I'm serpentining, but I'm keeping my eyes on the bad guys. That way I can kind of see where they're looking, see if they're tracking me, so on and so forth. We are managed to pull a lot of assist damage off of those guys, which is fantastic. I have a little bit of shots there, and I said, you know what? Let's get back into it. Let's reposition. You know, let's get some things going on. We have some bad guys on both sides of us, and we're not actually spotting them. We are far enough away to where we can shoot them with impunity outside of, normally I'd say 445 meters, but, you know, typically that's only there for your tier 10s. That's, you know, because most of your 6s, 7s aren't going to see that far regardless. So, yeah, we're doing well. You know, that's the hard spotting cap. You cannot go past that. You can shoot past that because you can use your enemies, or excuse me, your allies' sight range. So it essentially comes down to a draw distance, which I think is 650, 700 meters, something like that. It's based on the system's limitations, as far as I understand. Anyway, enough about the technical aspect. Moving on. Now, as you can see here, guys, we are repositioning. We got our shots of opportunity. We still have this Tiger P down here in the riverbed, so we do have to kind of deal with him. And we have 3 clickers left. The Tiger is kind of having a bad day. He's taking a lot of rounds right now. So we're going to try to get in here and see if we can't mark him out on the sneak. But it may happen, it may not. I can't really take a whole lot of damage. And I think that's one of the things I really like about this tank, is it makes you kind of get better at damage avoidance, if that is such a thing. You know, because you get in a tier 9 match, Object 705 is pretty much a death star to this thing. That's, you know, you get hit with that thing, it's pretty much a wrap. So there's a lot of things that tier that can kill you, and I think that's why I like it. I'm weird like that. I don't know. Pressure makes diamonds. That's what I'm going to say, and I'm sticking to it. So right now, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. See if we can't kill these clickers off. We've got one right here. Little flat guy right here. He fired at me, and he kind of went a little short. That's fine. We're okay with that. Trying to fire on the move here, it's just not happening. That one round didn't happen, but that's okay. You know what? We've got plenty. And we still have a couple of clickers left over here. We go ahead and dump the mag. A 15-second reload on this for 6 rounds is amazing. We do, I think, 135 average per shot. So it's not amazing, but at the same time, you know, it is something. It's not quite the Lycan, which is something I really want to pick up, because I'm having a blast with this thing. But essentially, guys, that is how you passively scout. Now, granted, if you're on the other spawn, it's a whole different ballgame. But, you know, this spawn, the northeastern spawn, is how you spot. 2640 damage, 3051 assist, 9 detections, and 5 kills. So we had a very, very good game for Tier 6. Like I said, Tier 9 is kind of what you want to shoot for, because you can farm the most damage. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you guys next time.